Okay, Miss Stone, you
Yes,
brought
ma'am.
this case before the court. What's going on?
Okay, so basically, this is my twin sister. She dropped off her child to me about like 6 months ago, dropped her off saying that she was gonna come back, run to the store, and literally never came back.
Today's case isn't just about child support. It's about family sacrifice and doing what's right. A woman takes her sister to court after being left to raise her niece for 6 long months, while the child's mother partied and disappeared. But in Judge Vonda B's courtroom, excuses won't save you from responsibility.
I've been taking care of her. I myself has 2 other kids as well. The little girl, her name is Karina.
Okay.
But Karina, so
How old is Karina?
she's 4 years old.
Okay.
Yeah. She's been getting sick a lot. I've been taking her to a doctor, but out of my pocket, it's been hard to take care of all that. And from what I hear, my sister over here has been up in the club, twerking, and not taking care of her responsibilities, and not doing what she needs to do.
Why is that funny?
I don't know.
When she finishes, then I will come to you. But there will be no laughing in here. Especially
sorry,
about what, don't be sorry, just don't do it.
Right.
Especially about what she just said, allegedly, that you're doing. You may continue.
The judge notices that Christina laughs during her sister's statements. She sternly tells her not to laugh, especially when the situation is serious and involves a sick child. The judge allows Miss Stone to finish her explanation.
But that's basically it. I'm here to request child support from her. That is my niece, and I do want her to, be okay, but I can't take care of her by myself.
Okay.
Miss Stone, the aunt, she explains that the other woman, Christina, is her twin sister. 6 months ago, Christina dropped off her daughter, Karina, saying she was just going to the store. Christina never came back. Since then, Miss Stone has been raising Karina along with her own 2 children. Karina is only 4 years old and has been frequently ill. Miss Stone has been paying for Karina's doctor visits with her own money. She also accuses Christina of partying and going to clubs instead of taking care of her responsibilities. Miss Stone is now asking the court to order Christina to pay child support because she can't manage everything on her own.
All right. So, what's your name?
I'm Christina Stone.
Okay. All right. Christina? What do you have to say about what your sister said?
Basically, I just feel like we shouldn't even be here. We're sisters. This is a family matter. I don't even know why she even brought me here. I have tried to contact her, and for some reason, I have not been able to get a hold of her.
Wait a minute. Hold on 1 second. You seem to be upset.
Yes, I am very upset because she's over here.
She should be upset. If what she says is true, that you left Karina with her after going to the store, is that true?
And she hasn't even called me at all. That's a lie. I've been trying to get a hold of her.
1 second. It's a yes or no. Is that true? Did
Yes.
you leave Karina? Okay. She should be the one upset. You left your daughter, have not come back. She's paying things out of pocket. Your daughter has health issues, and you're not giving her any type of financial assistance. She should be upset. I don't understand your attitude.
I understand, but we are blood. We are family. I am going through a lot myself.
What are you going through?
Well, my baby father in jail, so it's hard for me to really.
What he in jail for?
He got involved in some. He got involved in some drugs, and
Involved
he's a
in some
deadbeat.
drugs?
He ain't taking care of nobody.
Oh, okay.
So basically, yeah, he got involved with some drugs. He ended up in the penitentiary, and
How long has he been in there?
he's been in there for about 2 to 3 years, 2 and a
Okay.
half, something like that.
So he doesn't really know Karina then?
No,
Okay.
unfortunately.
All right.
The judge interrupts and directly asks, "Did you drop off your daughter Karina and never come back?" Christina hesitates but does not deny it. The judge points out, if Karina has health issues, if Christina hasn't been paying anything, and if she hasn't even called, then she is clearly in the wrong. The judge tells Christina she should be upset, not defensive. She abandoned her child and left her sister to manage everything. Christina, the mother, Christina seems irritated and says she doesn't understand why her sister brought her to court. She argues, We're sisters. This is a family matter. She claims she tried to contact her sister, but couldn't get through.
Okay, and I see that dad was served by way of you through the penitentiary system. So he was ordered, to not necessarily be here because he can't be here, but he is aware that this hearing is taking place today.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, yeah, I understand that it's a family matter, but at the end of the day, she's still doing something she is not obligated to do. And you do need to pay her child support. You and dad both, but it wouldn't be right to put dad on child support today considering he's not here and he's in a penitentiary. Do you know how long he will be in there?
He has about 4 more years left.
Okay, so in 4 years, you guys can come back to court and then we can modify it. But as far as today, you are going to start paying her some child support.
Well, what if I just get the custody back?
You ain't even taking care of her. What do you mean?
I could take care of my own child.
No, I've been seeing
Wait
you
a minute,
out on
excuse me.
Snapchat all over.
You two will just address me, okay? You never had custody from the sounds of it. If you dropped your daughter off and never went back, she has been in rightful custody of your daughter, not you. So I can't make her overturn that situation. I mean, she's been doing it. That's what's right. And what's right is that you should pay child support. You'd agree with me, right?
Well, I mean, I would eventually like to get my child back.
Well, that's fine eventually, but today, that's not what's going to happen, okay? How much money do you make?
I make about 30 grand a year.
30 grand a year. Okay, what do you do?
I work for a retail store.
You get commission?
No, I do not.
Okay. Is that the truth? Because you kind of hesitated.
I mean, I have other endeavors and stuff, like, side businesses.
Okay, but nothing that just generates a whole lot of money?
No.
Okay. So this is what I'm going to do. Do you have any other children?
I do not.
Okay. So your child support obligation will start today. And health insurance, do you know how much it would cost to add the child only?
So I had called around and they were quoting me about $500.
For that child only? Okay, if that child is, you said you have 2 other children? Mm-hmm. So it's 2 other children, it'll be you and then Karina.
Yes,
so it'll be
ma'am.
4 people. How much would it be total for your insurance?
So for all of us, I think they said like $1,300.
$1,300. Oh, health insurance is so expensive. Mm-hmm. So what I can do is divide it by 4. So individually, each person would be $325. So that would be the coverage that you will reimburse to your sister. Okay? In addition to child support. So you said you have 1 child. I have your gross at $2,500 monthly, which brings your net to $2,146.92. And you have 1 child. That brings your child support obligation to $429 plus the health insurance at $325. Your monthly obligation is $754 a month. You can roll your eyes all you want to. I'm really not bothered by that. Right is right and wrong is wrong. And based on what your sister said and based on your own admission, you're in the wrong, and it's only right that you pay her child support as well as health insurance so your daughter can get her health issues taken care of.
Christina makes $30,000 a year, or about $2,500 per month gross. Her net income, after taxes, is $2,146.92 per month. She has no other children, so child support is calculated just for Karina, $429 per month in child support, plus $325 per month to cover Karina's health insurance, since Miss Stone is paying for that. Total monthly obligation equals $754 per month. The judge firmly tells Christina not to roll her eyes. She says, right is right, wrong is wrong. Based on what both sisters said, Christina is clearly in the wrong. It's only fair that she helps with the financial burden. Christina says she understands and has no questions. Case is closed.
Okay, Your Honor. I'm want to sue her for child support because, my kids are always with me and she's always at work. You know, she's always working for the hospital. You know, yeah, we said back then that we could do this together as one. I went so much as far as swapping complete schedules. I started doing overnight shift now, just so I can be there for my kids and everything. And she was supposed to be working for mornings, which she was, but she volunteered for more hours. And even when she's not at work, she's just never home. I don't know where she is. She doesn't call us. She doesn't call our kids. My kids are always wondering where she's at. And, you know, I myself, sure, she can do what she wants as long as she lets me know where she is for her own safety. But my kids always wonder where she's at. They always for days at a time. She's never home. And we broke it off several weeks ago. And only with my income alone, I can't really just do it with just me and my kids. Especially that one has autism. I've always got to take her to the doctor and whatnot. And for these past 3 weeks, I have not seen or heard from her, even as so much as trying to help out with the kids or anything like that. So I can't get it. I'm surprised she's even here at court today.
Mr. Sanchez, the father, has brought the mother, unidentified by name here, to court seeking child support for their 2 children, one of whom has autism. The children live with Mr. Sanchez full-time, and he claims the mother is absent and uninvolved, despite them originally agreeing to co-parent. He has adjusted his work schedule to nights, overnight trucking, so he can care for the kids during the day.
Okay, when you say kids, how many?
I have 2.
2, all right.
You mean we? Not you?
No, I have 2.
Ma'am, I'm addressing him. So he answered appropriately, and you'll have your opportunity to speak, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. So you said you changed your job to now you work overnight?
Yes.
What is it that you do?
I drive an 18-wheeler. I drive locally. I deliver hospital supplies.
Okay. So I'm assuming that's how you all met.
Beforehand, but we had the same interest in the medical field.
Okay. All right. And how long has it been since you all stopped living together?
It's been, I want to say, a month and a week already.
Okay. All right. Is there anything else you want me to know before I move over to her?
She just, for as long as I can remember, about 2 years now, she's just never been wanting to come home really. And honestly, I've caught her having some painkillers that I would only assume she's taken from the hospital she works at. She's either on painkillers or sometimes I'll find needles around and whatnot. So I know she works at a hospital, so she's got to get the drugs from there.
Okay. Is there anything else you want me to know?
I just hate that it's really around the kids. The kids find it before I do most of the time.
Oh my.
Yes.
Ma'am?
I mean, I'm not sure where he's getting this intel from, but that's
Obviously
not
the
true.
kids.
I mean,
are you saying your kids are liars?
they could be. I'm not sure.
You're not sure because you're not around that much?
I am around. I just have to work all the time. It's not my fault that, saving lives isn't important to him.
No, I believe it is important to him. I don't think that's what he's saying. He's saying that you're not contributing anything.
I am though. Like I feed them or sometimes and
You feed them? You'd agree with me that that's your responsibility, right?
She brings them fast food and leaves again.
Okay, but it's food though.
But you don't sit there and spend quality time with your kids. You say, here's food, and leave.
The tablet works just fine. They can just eat and watch the tablet. Like, why is that a problem?
Because
So you want to raise a child off of a tablet? You think that's okay?
They have educational stuff. I don't see what's wrong with it. Like, I need to go to sleep at some point in time.
Interesting.
me personally, myself, I sit there with my kids and I open a book with them and I help them with their homework. I feed them. I'm not much of a good cook, but I do what I can to put food on the table and spend time with them. It doesn't matter if I lose sleep over it. That's why I went to overnight, because I want to spend time with my kids. I went to overnight.
His shift to
As he
spend more time
should, he's
with
a
the
dad.
kids. As you should, you're a mom. The audacity.
But I have a more important job.
how many times are you going to say that? You have the audacity to say that he's a dad and he should do these things, but you're the mom and not doing these things. He changed his shift, why can't you?
Father sighed Mr. Sanchez. He claims that the children live with him full time. He adjusted his life to prioritize his kids, switched to overnight shifts as an 18-wheeler driver delivering hospital supplies, so he could be with the kids during the day. The mother works at a hospital, but allegedly volunteers for extra shifts, making herself even less available. Mr. Sanchez reports she has not been home for days at a time, doesn't check in with the kids, and has been missing for 3 weeks. He claims he hasn't received any help, financial or physical, from her. He also makes serious allegations. She may be abusing painkillers and using needles, possibly stolen from her job. He says his children often find the drugs before he does, which deeply concerns him.
Because it's inconvenient to me.
I've actually heard a couple times to where she says, I gave birth to him, it's your job to take care of him.
You believe that?
Yes.
Interesting. Wow. No, that's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. You are going to financially support these children, and I'm going to make sure of it today. And you may want to look into trying to do a shift change yourself so you can spend some time with the kids. I mean, obviously, I can't court order you or force you to spend time with them, but you should want to spend time with the kids. And I mean, considering that one of them has autism, you should want to spend more time with your kids.
I mean, I get it, but it's too much work having a kid with autism. That's why I just leave it to him, because he's better suited for that.
Right, yeah, no, I'm not about to do this game with you. Since you left a month and a week ago, have you given him any money for the children? I don't need an explanation either. It's a yes or no.
No.
She defends herself by saying she is busy saving lives as a nurse and claims that's why she's not always home. Her defense is inconsistent, admits she sometimes brings the kids fast food and leaves, with no quality time. Defends this by saying the kids can eat while using a tablet, suggesting that's enough parenting. She doesn't dispute that Mr. Sanchez is doing the parenting work. She shockingly admits that she didn't want the children and told him so when she got pregnant. She preferred to party and left the responsibility to him willingly. She believes he should take care of the kids because he wanted them, and that she shouldn't be financially responsible.
Okay, thank you. All right.
She's actually asked for money instead of giving.
And then you have the nerve to ask for money and the kids are with him?
I mean, he has an obligation to give me support.
You know what? I'm not about to play with you. You came here to waste my time because you have the same obligation to your kids. He should not be paying you anything if the kids are with him majority of the time. If they're living with him, if he is the primary parent, he is tasked with the daily duties of caring for these kids. He shouldn't pay you anything, ma'am. And it is ridiculous that you believe that he should.
Judge Vanderby is clearly frustrated by the mother's attitude and lack of accountability. Key points from the judge. Both parents are equally responsible for raising and financially supporting their children. The judge calls out the hypocrisy. The mother says he's a dad, he should do those things, but fails to uphold her own role as a mother. The judge reprimands her for thinking tablets and fast food replace parenting. When asked about insurance, the mother says she only has an individual plan despite having access to family insurance, again claiming it's not her responsibility.
Yeah, no, we're not doing that. This is what we're going to do. How much money you make a year?
$60,000.
Okay, $60,000. All right, health insurance.
That's about I just have the individual. He has a family one under his plan. So I just pay $80 every 2 weeks.
Okay, health insurance. Is it private health insurance? Is the children under Medicaid? What are we doing?
Medicaid.
Medicaid?
Yes.
Okay. So you're going to have to pay that back to Medicaid, just FYI, unless you want to put them on private health insurance, which I don't see why you would have a problem with it. You're a nurse. You have access to private health insurance, right?
Yes.
So why did you just get an individual plan when you have a family? That was a question.
Because it's his job to take care of them, and I shouldn't have to spend
You know what?
money.
Don't say that again about what his responsibilities are and what his job is, because you're a mom. Period.
I mean, but I didn't sign up for it. Like,
countless times I've told her, yes, it is my job to take care of our children.
And you're
as a
doing
dad. And I'm doing well beyond.
She's not disputing that you're doing that.
Yes, and I feel
But
like
you're not doing your part.
I feel like I'm always not doing enough for my kids.
I mean, but
and
you
only
also
because I don't
forced
have
me
my
to have
other
the
half.
kids. Like, I don't know why you're doing that.
Because
You don't want to have your kids?
I mean, like, when I was pregnant, I told him I didn't want him because I wanted to go party. And, like, he was just like, no, we got this. And, like, how is it my fault? He wanted them. I didn't want them. So.
But you kept them.
no, the first we've talked about having kids and we've wanted kids.
I know, but,
once
like,
she
when we
got
were
pregnant,
older,
once she got
not right
pregnant and
now.
she knew she couldn't do what she needed anymore, or really what she wanted anymore, then it was just oh, this baby's really an inconvenience to our lives.
I mean, but you know
This
what I
child
like to
support
party.
payment is about to be an inconvenience to you as well, because you're going to pay child support. Whether you wanted them or not is beside the point. You had them, they are here, they are your responsibility just as much as they are his responsibility. So $60,000 a year. I have your gross set at $5,000. Your net is $4,101.87. Medicaid reimbursement based on 9% of your gross is $450. Do you think you can get health insurance through your employer that's cheaper than that for the children?
I mean, I guess. I don't know.
You don't want to look into it?
Not really.
we work for the same company. Yes, she does.
Oh, okay. So this is what we'll do. You just go ahead and pay that, and you can roll your eyes all you want to. I can roll my eyes too. We're just going to have you reimburse Medicaid that full $450. So that brings your monthly child support obligation for 2 children to $1,025 plus the $450 reimbursement to Medicaid for $1,475. Now, it looks like Dad also requested for you to pay back pay for that month and a week that you left and haven't given the children anything. I'm going to grant his request. So you have arrearages in the amount of $1,475. That's to be paid at $25 a month. So your monthly child support obligation, including the back pay, is $1,500.
Child support judgment. Mother's income, $60,000 per year. Net monthly income, $4,101. Health insurance. Children are on Medicaid, which must be reimbursed for $150 per month. Child support for 2 children. Base amount, $1,025, plus Medicaid reimbursement, $450. Total monthly payment, $1,475. Back pay arrears for the 1+ month she was gone without support, $1,475. To be paid in $25 monthly increments, bringing her total monthly obligation to $1,500.
You have any questions about anything I just said?
I mean, I just feel like it should be less. What am I going to be left with to party with? Like, what am I going to do?
I don't know, maybe pick up some extra shifts or work a part-time job.
Or take care
I
of your
really
kids.
don't. You know, if she doesn't want to take care of her kids, I really don't care at this point. I just want to make sure he gets some financial assistance.
I mean, but he makes enough money.
And I mean, you make enough money too. So again, do you have any questions about anything I just said?
No.
Okay. You have any questions, sir?
No.
Okay. Well, if there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
The court recognized Mr. Sanchez as the primary caregiver, acknowledged his efforts to raise 2 kids, including one with special needs, and ordered the absentee mother, who showed little interest or responsibility, to pay financial support. The judge emphasized that both parents are responsible for raising children, regardless of who wanted them more.
Mr. Kennedy, you brought this case before the court.
Yes, ma'am.
What's going on?
So I'm sharing custody with our 12-year-old daughter now, and I'm just wanting a little more help with finances because as she's getting older, expenses are getting a little higher, and sports, dances, going out hanging with girls, and yeah, I just want a little more help on my end. I'm paying insurance already. And
Okay. How much are you paying in insurance?
$130.
This court case is about child support between 2 parents, Mr. and Mrs. Kennedy, who are divorced and share custody of their 12-year-old daughter, Autumn.
All right. And what is your daughter's name?
Autumn.
Autumn. Oh, what a beautiful name.
Thank you.
Autumn. Okay. So what type of expenses does she have that are increasing?
Yeah, so she's doing volleyball right now, and we're thinking that she's going to be doing that in high school as well.
Okay.
So just, athletic wear and then traveling, going to places. I want to go and support her and as well as her, but, I'm the one having to drive and take her if I don't want her to ride the bus because I don't feel her safe doing that.
Okay. Is this a school bus or
Yeah, it's a school bus.
with her teammates?
With her teammates, yes.
And you don't feel that she should,
No.
ride with her teammates?
If it's really far away, maybe like an hour or more, I'll
Okay.
drive her, but, if it's 30 minutes or less, I'll usually let her typically go.
Okay. That's understandable. Okay. Is there anything else you want me to know before I move over to her?
She's just a growing girl, and girls are expensive, as they say, so.
I mean, we are. We have a lot of stuff that we need. So, yeah. Ma'am?
Father, Mr. Kennedy, already shares custody and pays for insurance, $130 per month. For Autumn, he's now asking the court for more financial help from the mother. Reason? Their daughter is growing up, and her expenses are increasing. She plays volleyball, which includes travel, gear, and support. She's starting to go out more and be more socially active. He sometimes drives her instead of letting her ride with teammates.
Is there anything you want to add or subtract from what he said?
Yes, Your Honor, I do feel that he's trying to take advantage of my new relationship.
Okay. Tell me about this new relationship.
Well, I can't really help who I have fallen in love with. So my new husband is a fantastic provider. However, I do get an allowance, and it isn't as much as you would think coming from. Well, my husband's a CEO of an energy company, so you would expect a huge allowance, but obviously he has to protect all of his hard-earned income.
What type of allowance do you receive?
About $500 a week.
$500 a week. Okay. All right.
So, which really isn't that big a deal. I mean, obviously.
That big a deal in terms of the amount of money, or you paying child support for more in child support for the child living with him and having increased expense?
Well, I don't think it's that big a deal to Mr. Kennedy because he has a pretty healthy income himself.
But you do understand his income does not have anything to do with an increase in what you should be paying in child support, right?
Yes, I understand that, but what I
Okay.
don't think has been considered yet is the fact that I set aside furthering my education, though I wanted to pursue that, so that he could go get his MIS degree and then a master's in something. So I'm not sure that it's fair. I would like to consider all the money that wasn't spent on me that should have been spent on me while we were married.
Okay.
Mother's Mrs. Kennedy's response. She believes the father is trying to take advantage of her new relationship. She's now married to a CEO of an energy company who gives her an allowance of $500 per week. She says that despite her husband's wealth, she doesn't get a huge allowance. She also feels that she sacrificed her education in the past for her ex-husband's success, and that should be considered.
Yeah, no, that's not how this works. And, sir, she says she gets a $500 a week allowance from her husband, and who is a CEO of an energy company. Briefly, how much money does your husband make?
I'm really not sure.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
It's a lot.
It's a lot?
I think so.
When you say a lot, is it like in the 200,000s, 300,000s?
Well, the car that he drives was about 200,000. So I'm thinking you'd probably have to
You
make
only
more
get a
than that.
$500 a week. You know what? That's not my business. That's not the reason I'm here. I'm not going to even entertain that.
That's what I was thinking too.
I'll just move on. Sir, do you know how much money her husband makes a year?
I don't, but he's the Steve Jobs of the town. of energy,
Steve Jobs.
so to say.
So let me ask you this. Are you expecting her child support to be based on his Steve Jobs?
No,
job?
his success has nothing to do with me or my daughter or our
Okay.
daughter. And like I said, I just want a little more help because she is
Okay.
getting older. And, if she's happily married with whoever and how big his wallet is, that is totally up to her.
Okay, well, I'm glad that's not what you were doing because you can't do that anyway. But what we can do, ma'am, is make you pay more in child support because at this point you've been paying zero. Because from what I see, you're a stay-at-home mom, which is absolutely okay. But you do understand that your child has increased expenses, correct?
Yes, I do see that.
Okay,
but
so after yes, I do see that, that means that I don't need any further response. So you understand that, right?
Well, how much are we talking about?
We're going to base it off that $500 a week allowance that you make.
Okay.
So, based on that, I have your gross at $2,000 a month. After you take out the calculations for the taxes, your net comes out to $1,662.53, okay? That would give you a child support obligation of $266. However, you also heard him say that he pays $130, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
In medical insurance for the child. You're going to have to reimburse that to him. So, in addition to the $266 a month for child support, you add the $130, your child support obligation monthly comes out to $396.
Can I say something?
Sure, but make it brief.
The judge doesn't factor in the husband's income because Texas law says child support is only based on the individual parent's income, not the income of their new spouse. Since the mother receives $2,000 per month, $500 per week allowance, she can afford to contribute to her daughter's expenses. The court orders her to pay $266 per month in child support, reimburse $130 per month for medical insurance paid by the father, total $396 per month.
Okay, well, I don't know if he's still subscribing to the same psychic,
Okay.
but she charges, I think it's $412 a month.
Okay.
And-
What does this psychic have to do with these numbers?
Well, because I just feel like if he can afford the psychic, then maybe he can afford the insurance. And I guess I feel that that is money that could have gone towards my education while we were married.
Okay, well, I've already said no to that. That has nothing to do with me. I mean, you should address that in your divorce, obviously. And whatever he pays, if he chooses to do that, that has nothing to do with your responsibility, your financial responsibility to your daughter. So if there's nothing further from either of you, you all are dismissed.
The mom brought up that the dad pays $412 per month to a psychic, hoping it would make him seem irresponsible with money. But the judge shut that down, saying it has nothing to do with his financial obligation to their child.
Well, I'm bringing my husband, hopefully ex-husband soon, for child support. He roughly pays about $1,000 a month, and I feel he should be paying more because he makes more. He makes more than I do.
Okay, but he's not under a court order, right?
No, ma'am. He just gives
So
me.
he voluntarily gives you $1,000 a month for child support.
Yes, and exactly voluntarily gives me money. Every
But
now
that's
and
a
then.
good thing, right?
Every now and then he gives me money. Then most time I'm begging for him to give me money.
Still get it.
So what's going on? Like, fill me in. How did we get here today?
We're here today because I know he's a truck driver. He's over the road all the time. But like I
Okay.
said, I need more money for my children. They're in activities, private school. I just need more money. And I'm not jealous of him or anything like that. That's what he said before, but I'm not.
You said they're in activities and they go to private school, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Isn't it fair to assume that the $1,000 is covering that?
No, it's not.
So who needs the money, the kids or you?
Well, of course, I have to look good too, but I don't spend that money on myself. I spend it on my
spend
children.
all of it
no,
on herself,
I do
Your
not.
Honor.
No, I do not. No, I do not. You don't have proof of that.
Your Honor, I
You
currently.
don't have proof of
I
that.
currently.
You do not have proof of that.
Excuse me. Okay. as best you can, try not to interject until I'm done speaking with her, and I promise I will come over to you.
Yes, thank you, because I was talking.
I was talking to him. I did not need you to echo me,
Yes,
okay?
ma'am.
All right. Now you answer my questions.
Yes, ma'am.
Wouldn't it be fair to say that with the tuition as well as the children's expenses, that $1,000 is covering that?
It's not.
How much is the tuition?
Tuition is, I mean, we have 2 children.
Okay.
And tuition is like, it's about $500 a piece. That's $1,000 right there. And I still need more money because they need clothes. I need to feed them.
Does he give you any money in regards to extra, like for the extracurricular activities or anything like that?
I'm trying to get extra. He won't give me that. No, he does not give me extra.
What is the visitation schedule between the two of you?
He has the kids Sunday through Wednesday.
That's split.
He's still.
So let me just make sure I got this straight. He's voluntarily giving you $1,000 a month for child support,
Yes,
correct?
That's correct.
He has the children, you said Sunday through Wednesday,
Yes,
which means you have them Wednesday through Sunday.
that's correct.
Who pays health insurance?
I do, Your Honor.
How much is health
I was
insurance?
talking,
It's roughly $309 a month. She asked me a question.
but she
All
was
right.
still talking to me though.
Okay, I did ask him a question.
Okay.
So everything that I just repeated back to you is accurate, right?
He has money. He's spending on other
That
women.
wasn't my question. Everything that I just repeated back to you is accurate, right?
Pretty much.
So I'm confused as to why you're here. Are you trying to put him on you?
I want to
won't-
put. I want to put him on.
You
child
want to
support.
put him on child support
Yes,
for
ma'am.
the $1,000, or are you trying to put him on child support for something more?
Something more. Yes.
Okay, let me move over to, well, before I move over to him, what do you do for a living?
I'm a teacher.
All right, how much money you make?
I make about 60,000.
All right, do you have access to private health insurance for the children?
Yes, I do, but I'm a teacher. I don't have that extra. That's why the father should help out with that.
He does, he pays health insurance.
Yes.
He just said he pays $309.
Yes.
So you can't say he needs to help out with that because he's already doing
Okay,
that.
you're right, Your Honor. Okay.
Okay, all right. Now, sir, what do you do for a living?
I'm a truck driver.
Truck driver. How much money do you make?
I make roughly maybe 82 a year.
All right.
Okay.
Now, help me make sense of this. You give her $1,000 a month for the children. You pay health insurance. You all have a split schedule.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm missing something. Like, what is the issue? Why are we here? Because I would think that you bring someone to child support court if they're not doing something. I do understand making it legal, putting it in a document, but you're asking for more money. So I'm trying to get the disconnect here.
So
like
what
I said,
it
he
is,
has
Your
other
Honor,
women he's spending money on.
She never lets me talk, so.
Okay, I'm gonna let you talk.
Exactly.
Okay.
What it is, Your Honor, she didn't mention this, but she's engaged.
Wow.
And she just found out that I'm recently dating, so now she's mad at me.
Oh, I'm mad.
There
I'm
goes
mad.
the
Very mad.
conflict.
I'm not mad. I'm not mad.
There goes the conflict.
I'm
Now,
not
I
mad.
asked what was the disconnect here. It was something missing. So you brought him to court because he has a new girlfriend
No, ma'am. I'm not
That's
mad
exactly
about him.
why, Your Honor.
and you're engaged.
Yes, ma'am.
He's still gonna want to marry you after he see what you're doing to this man.
He's on my side about this.
Of course he is.
So he agrees that he should be paying more than $1,000 a month
Yes, 'cause
in
like
child
I said,
support.
he has other women that he's pretty much
What does
tricking
his
money
other
on.
women have to do with anything?
he's spending all
Quite
the money.
frankly, you shouldn't care. You have a whole nother man that you should be worried about, and you over
understand
here
that.
all in his business.
I'm not trying to be in
And
his
he doesn't
business.
even
You
work
are
there.
trying to be in his business
You-
because you have mentioned it twice that he has other women. His
Yes.
other women has nothing to do with this
It-
case.
it
So
really
you can
does,
pipe
Your Honor.
down
It really
and stop
does.
bringing that up. It has nothing to do with
Okay.
it. Well, let
It
me
really
say it
does.
like this. It is not going to have an impact on my decision today.
Wow. Okay.
Okay? Thank you. Now, so you have a new girlfriend and she's in her feelings about it. Okay?
She always try to come by to see if she's there. If she sees out, she always try to come make a hostile environment.
Did your fiance come to court today?
No, he didn't.
Oh, well, I'm glad. Because if
'Cause
what
I'm-
he's saying is true, that's not a good look.
I am not jealous. I'm not hating. I'm not coming by the house or anything looking for him.
Okay.
So again, the disconnect
Just
is
stop spending that money on the other women and your
I
children.
need you to stop interrupting me
Yes, ma'am.
because you have not done anything to prove to me yet that this man needs to pay you even the $1,000.
Okay.
You said the children are in private school. It's $1,000 for private school.
Yes.
Okay.
And that's the whole child support, that I need more money to take care of them.
But you're a
You're
teacher.
taking care of yourself.
What?
You're not taking care of them.
You don't know that.
I do.
No,
Miss
you don't.
Henry, Miss
You know
Henry,
that. Yes,
you
ma'am.
obviously came here to waste my time.
No,
okay?
no, Your Honor.
Yes, you did.
No.
Yes, you
No.
did. You are asking for more money, and he's giving just that. He's giving $1,000. He's covering the kids' tuition.
So what about clothing?
Y'all have a split schedule.
I
He
buy
needs
them.
to
I got
maintain
clothes at my house
clothing.
today.
Excuse me, Mr.
Please, you
Henry,
bring the
excuse me.
kids
Give me a
back
minute.
home and they
Give me a
look
minute.
just-
Here's the reality of it. You all have a split schedule. You need to be providing clothing and everything for your home. You need to be providing clothing and everything for your home. This is what I'm going to do. I'm not going to order anybody to pay child support. What I'm going to do is that you testified to this. You said tuition was $1,000.
Yes.
$500 per child. So you know what? You're going to pay $500
Wow.
and he's going to pay
Judge.
$500 directly to the school.
That's
That
you
is
make
right.
more money than I do, and you hadn't.
And
that's-
you're
that's-
going
that's-
to keep maintaining the health insurance, okay? Now,
Thank
if you
you.
decide to get private health insurance on your own through your employer, you're obviously, you know, you can do that. The children can be double insured. But
True.
I'm not going to have him pay more than $1,000 or even continue paying
Honor.
$1,000 when, based on both of your testimony, you have a split schedule. That's what's in the best interest of the children, and that's what's fair.
Fair.
That is fair.
That's not fair.
Well, it is fair today. Did you have anything else?
You got it. You got it.
It's always about me, right?
It is.
I asked
It
you a
is.
question. Did you have anything further for today?
No, I don't.
Okay, Mr.
Just
Henry,
when
did
you
you
bring
have?
the kids back home, make sure they're dressed properly, please.
I bring them back with what they came
Oh,
with.
what? Okay.
Okay, well, Mr. Henry, is there anything further?
That's it, Your Honor.
If there is nothing further, you all are dismissed.
Rise. Support court with Judge Van der Bee is now in session. Judge, this is case number JVB 1060, Johnson case.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You all may be seated.
This case is about child support between Mr. Johnson, a school teacher, and Ms. Realtor, a real estate agent and the mother of his children. He brought her to court requesting an increase in child support for their two children.
Mr. Johnson, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Just bringing her to court today to try to increase my child support. We have 3 kids together.
2.
Well,
You have a kid, and we have 2.
I forgot she never claimed my other one, so we have 2 kids together. She's a realtor. I'm a school teacher. She
Little
makes
teacher.
quite a bit of
Ma'am,
money.
could you please let him finish before you
I'm sorry,
keep interrupting him?
sorry.
I
This
promise
our whole
you,
relationship
I
has been
promise
this.
you,
Sorry.
I'm gonna let her finish.
I
first.
can promise you I will get to you as soon as I'm done with him, okay?
Okay, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
okay, no problem.
Just like you could get to whatever
Okay,
you gotta
Your Honor,
do.
I am sorry.
Back to you.
It's okay. Go ahead.
Don't make me upset.
Please
like I-
don't get upset. Let's focus on the facts and the children.
Focus. All right, I'm bringing her to court today to try to increase my child support. We have 2 kids together, as I stated before I was interrupted. She makes quite a bit of money. I'm a school teacher. I only make $50,000. Kids on my insurance.
How much is your insurance?
My insurance is $500 a month.
All right.
Um,
And it's you and the 3 children on there?
correct.
Okay.
And I mean, I just need a little help. She helps everybody else, but she doesn't help the kids like she should. The 2 kids that we do have together, struggling in school, they're falling behind. I just feel like the amount of money that she pays for all the luxury stuff she has, the Louis V bag, she should put that money towards tutoring for our children or something. I see her looking at me. She know everything I'm saying is accurate, so it is what it is.
Okay.
Any assistance I can get is greatly appreciated.
Okay. Now you say you want to increase child
Increase,
support.
yeah.
How much money are you getting right now from her?
$450, and I feel like I
$450.
knew how she finessed the system like that to, yes, y'all may need to look into that too.
You so mad that you
The
broke.
PP.
Ooh, ma'am, don't do that. Don't do
I
that.
didn't tell him to be a little teacher. That was on him.
Listen.
I'm a
I
hustler.
done tell you to
Like,
sell the little houses you sell either.
little houses,
Little houses.
but you taking me to child support court. Oh, okay.
'Cause I need your little, I'm not ashamed to say I need your little money.
Okay, go ahead.
It is what it is.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry. I got choked up.
I'm sorry too.
Yeah,
Lord.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you got
sorry.
your little
Sorry I ain't
job
got
and you
in-
need my
in a
little
relationship
money.
with you, honestly.
No, I've been told you couldn't handle me. You couldn't handle somebody like me, but you kept at it.
I won't want
You knew
to.
who I was.
I didn't get my
You
first
knew
gray hair
who
until I met
was.
you, though.
You knew who I was. You're a whole teacher,
wanna
and you're
forget who
asking
you
for tutoring
was.
for our children.
Yes, that's what they need, don't they? So they can provide
Okay.
their kids with all of this
Okay.
luxury.
Did y'all want me to
Look
step out?
Look how fly she is. I had to go to Ross before I came here and buy this little old get up. Look at her.
Did y'all need me to leave while you all finish this?
You gotta leave, 'cause I need some help. I know if you leave, you might not come.
Mr. Johnson's. He is a school teacher making $50,000 per year. He pays $500 per month for insurance, which includes him and the kids. He claims the kids live with him, and he's responsible for most of their needs. He receives $450 per month in child support from a mother, but says it's not enough. He mentions the kids are struggling in school and thinks the mother should contribute more for tutoring instead of spending money on luxuries like designer bags. He accuses her of not claiming all her kids properly and says she doesn't help with the children enough.
Now, what is it you want me to know?
Your Honor, look, I am just trying to make a living. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't, we all have different paths. He chose to be a teacher. I chose to be a real estate agent. That's all. You know what I'm saying? And I just be getting slack from him because I'm in real estate, you know?
Do y'all not get along?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
The
Okay.
truth.
First of all, all this
No,
that she-
excuse me, wait a minute. Wait a
all
minute.
this that
She said that she was going to give each one of our turns to talk, right?
You
already-
interrupted
You
me
did
the whole
interrupt him a
time.
couple of times, though.
Okay.
I'm just
So
saying, all
he
this
was
shit
due to
because-
give you one.
Okay.
Your ex that y'all used to
Okay.
flip houses, he let you keep them, and that's how your business started. So if you go keep it 100, keep it all the way 100.
Okay.
Okay.
But what did I do? I used what I had, right?
Not for
to
tutoring.
level up.
Not for
to level
tutoring.
up.
Not
to
for
level
tutoring.
up. To level
Not
up.
for tutoring.
Okay, so you're mad.
I am mad.
Your Honor,
My
the
kids can't
react-
spell. My son in the 7th grade counting on his fingers. That's embarrassing.
But they live with you. You go to work from 9 to 5.
Well, how about
My
you
schedule
help?
is flexible.
You can
So
help.
on that extra time,
Mr.
what
Johnson.
should you be doing?
Mr. Johnson.
You should be helping our children, right?
Mr. Johnson.
You should be helping our children, right?
You said you were going to do the mannequin challenge, right?
Sorry.
So no loud outbursts. Don't be so mad. You're here today for me to help you, right?
Right.
Okay. So you can't get in your feelings and be distracted from what it is that you want.
Catch flights.
Can you
Okay.
Not feelings. Catch flights. Not feelings.
Okay. Now
Don't catch these
Catch
hands.
flights. not
Continue.
feelings. Okay, so Your Honor, basically he's upset because him and I are no longer together.
I'm not upset. It's a blessing. It's a blessing in disguise.
That is the real
Don't say
you
I'm
still
upset.
like her?
Yes.
No.
It's okay.
I need the money, the financial
It's okay.
support.
Oh,
You
okay.
can like
He need the
me.
money.
I don't even like
We
the
got
houses. I don't even like
history.
the
You
houses
can-
she sell. They fall apart.
It doesn't
Period,
matter.
they fall
It doesn't
apart.
matter. But you got me here for my money.
Ma'am, are
The
you-
falling apart houses is what's gonna make you money, right?
Ma'am, are you selling lemon homes?
No, ma'am,
Lemon.
I'm not. No, ma'am, I'm not.
They
I am
make-
a flipper. Flipper.
Okay.
Flipper.
What is a flipper exactly?
So basically what you do is you purchase a home and you fix it up and you sell it.
Okay. That sounds like a nice little income.
Correct.
Right? How much are you making?
I'm making $150,000 a
Okay.
year.
All right.
First of all, the inspector, everybody for these houses are family members, so they say it looks good.
Oh
People move
my
in.
goodness, really? But what
My
are you
bad.
and the kids stay in? You stay in one of my flipped houses, right? Right.
Y'all stay in the flipper?
Right?
We stay in the flip.
Thank
Oh,
you.
okay.
So what's the problem?
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, that's not a
I can't
legitimate.
afford the land, so I gotta stay in the
Right,
flip.
right.
That's not a legitimate
I gotta stay in
argument
the-
then,
So
sir. If
mad. You so
you and the
mad.
children are staying in the home, you can't try to use it. What you say, throw a dagger? You can't throw a dagger at her
Yes.
if you and the children are living in one of these, as you call it, houses that are falling apart. That doesn't say much about you, does it?
And when we were together, Your Honor, I asked him if he wanted to get on game. He didn't. So now
I don't
he's
want to do
upset.
the
He should've
illegal
taken
business that they
the
do.
opportunity.
Tell them about the fake PPP loans y'all be doing and all that.
Oh, word.
And we gonna,
Word. Is
I
this
figure
what we
if I
doing?
can't get child
Is this
support,
what we're doing?
I'm gonna get 100%
Is this
custody.
what we're
Yes, we are.
doing?
What?
Oh,
all the
okay,
PPP loans you
okay.
got? She said
Your
food
Honor,
stamps, Your
I didn't
Honor.
get no PPP loan.
Yes, tell
No,
about
I
the
did
food
not.
stamps she's selling on the side though.
Word.
Tell them about that.
Word.
Yeah.
Then you
Yeah.
just, do I need to bust out the text
Nah,
message? Because
I know I got some because the kids gotta eat. The kids gotta eat. So I did.
Okay.
Wait a minute, sir. That's the second time you tried to put shame on her for selling food stamps and, you know, what you call rundown homes or lemon homes. And here it is. You're asking her for the assistance and you're living in one of the houses that she flipped.
Ms. Realtors. She is a real estate flipper, making $150,000 per year. She is defensive and confrontational, frequently interrupting, insulting, or mocking Mr. Johnson. She says he's bitter because they're no longer together and suggests his real issue is personal resentment, not just child support. She tries to justify her income by saying it fluctuates, since flipping houses isn't consistent monthly. At one point, she tries to minimize her responsibility by saying she only gets paid when she flips houses, which is not a strong legal argument, when she already disclosed her annual income.
So what does that say about you?
That he a broke little teacher. That's
okay.
What it
Well, this, you know what? What we're going to do? This is not going anywhere. It's not going to get any better if you all keep going forward. So what I'm going to do is just go ahead and order the child support. Now, what he said is true in terms of the child always being with him.
It ain't funny.
It's nothing.
But it's real.
The minute that I flip one house is nothing. That's chump change.
I'm getting ready to flip over this bench if you all don't pay attention to what I'm saying.
I'm sorry.
Okay. So the children live with you primarily?
Yes.
Okay.
In my flipped house.
$150,000 per year.
Correct.
All right. 2 kids. That brings your gross to $12,500. Now, I hope you weren't anticipating receiving all of that $150,000 for, or her child
Honestly,
support to
she
be
can just
based
pay
on
for
that.
the tutoring for the kids. I don't want my kids to be dumb. I want my kids to live the life that she lived. Traveling and
I
all
want
that.
my children to live the life that I
Go
live.
pay for them to go to tutoring.
No, how about, Your Honor?
Okay, this is what we're, this is,
Your Honor's talking.
hold on.
So you quiet,
Excuse
Your
me,
Honor talking.
excuse me. This is what we're going to do. Your gross is going to be, of that $150,000, it's going to be $12,500. She's actually capped. So in Texas, her
She said it was capped. Okay.
Okay. I don't know what that means,
Like them
but
caps in your mouth.
I'm going to go ahead. Silver caps.
No, he got the white ones. I paid for them silver
Okay.
caps to be removed, and now he got the white ones.
Okay.
Tell Your Honor that.
Well, moving
Tell Your Honor
right
that.
along,
Moving
her
right
net
along.
resources, they come out to $9,200 because she's capped.
Okay.
Based on her income. That brings her child support obligation to $2,300 per month. Reimbursing you for the health insurance that you carry for the children every month is $255, bringing your monthly child support to $2,550.
Okay.
God don't like
no,
ugly.
excuse
God
me. Wait
don't
a
like
minute.
ugly.
I
That's
don't
what you
get
get.
paid monthly.
Oh,
It's according to how my houses are flipped. So if I go a month without flipping a house, why did you do this?
You better
No,
turn some
no,
more
no,
complex.
wait a
You
minute,
better
wait a
turn- you better
minute.
turn some
Excuse me.
complex.
I went off what
BGs is
you
hiring. You better
said.
go
You
back.
said, Your Honor, I make about $150,000. Did you say that?
I did say that. Your Honor.
Right.
I did, but-
You did say that. So
The cap,
that's what I
the cap.
based it on.
Shut up.
Therefore, that's what your child support amount is going to be, $2,550. So I hope you can flip enough houses to make that flip some more for these children. Is there anything further, ma'am?
Yes, can I just ask a question? As far as
Sure.
the tutoring, what if I take my children to tutoring?
What?
You mean like take them in a car?
Yeah, like if I take them to tutoring, can that reduce that? 'Cause
Yeah, I don't want her around me.
No, I didn't say you.
To
I
answer
said my children.
the-
You said that your concern
Did you
was
ask
them
me
being-
a question or did you ask him the question?
Okay.
Oh, okay. To answer your question, no.
Yes.
It does not. It has no impact on that whatsoever. Transporting your children to tutoring is called parenting.
All right.
Judge Vonda Bees. She tries to stay calm despite their arguments, redirecting them to focus on the children. She confirms the children live with a father, and therefore he deserves more support. Calculates child support based on her $150,000 per year income. In Texas, there's a cap on how much income can be used to calculate child support, so her gross monthly income is considered $12,500. Net income after deductions, $9,200. Final child support, $2,300 per month, plus $255 per month to reimburse him for the children's insurance. Total, $2,550 per month. She shuts down her claim that driving the kids to tutoring should count against her child support, clarifying that parenting tasks like that do not reduce legal support obligations. Judge emphasizes she made her ruling not based on emotion, but on the law and the children's best interest. Mr. Johnson ends with a shout out to God. Ms. Realtor exits with snide remarks about her wealth, but still has to pay the increased child support.